MJ's right. I built the neural interface. That means I can destroy it. There must be something at the lab I can use.
As MJ said, we created those arms we held. We helped create Dr. Octopus. And now we're going to have to help to destroy it. But speaking of creating things, it looks like Miles Morales might be creating his own little super exterior of his own, as he just got bit by spider number 42. Which, if you've read any of the comics, know works out quite well for Miles. Well, bad, good, depending on how you look at it. But I'll definitely say spider powers is something good to look forward to.
Spider-Man, hello.
Man, I gotta change this number.
I must leave New York. Recent events give me pause. Your rescue of Osborn, despite his hatred, it affected me. I must return home. Reflect on this life I choose.
Dang. I think I'm actually gonna miss you and your death troopers.
Unfortunately, my agents will stay. Though I question our work, they do not. And Osborn continues to pay. I am sorry.
So close to being good news.
Indeed. I will miss you and your bizarre witticism, Spider-Man. Until we meet again.
What a strange, violent lady.
Oh, look at that. Just like a cancer or a tumor, we eventually grow on everyone. But yeah, it looks like Miles might be having some...
Stable control. The boss wants a sit rep on the garrison in Chelsea. Control. We've located the fugitives and are in pursuit.
Should have known it wouldn't be been that easy. We really do not have time for this stupid Sable people. Look at that, your boss goes away and you're still causing us problems.
Any chance you've not shooting me while I took down the convict? Yeah, I didn't think so. Okay, let's get after those convicts.
We should have known there would have been one more crime at least to take place, just to split our focus just one last time. Whoa! Where the hell am I getting shot from? Come on, look, I'm kind of in a rush here, Sable. Can you hurry up with this, please?
I'm pretty sure
Oh!
I don't any more Sable agents.
Okay, well, I can't exactly say I didn't see that one coming. Yeah, no, what authority? Your boss is gone, buddy boy.
Crazy violent joyride officially stopped. Score.
Rightio, with that one crime done and dusted, if any more crimes pop up, I think we're going to have to leave them because we have more pressing matters to get to. Miles Morales might be just about to develop some spider powers of his own, but he's in no shape to help us just yet. This one we're going to have to do on our own. We have got more important things to deal with. More important than that crime. Sorry, you're going to have to wait. Aunt May's life is on the line, and we need to get in there, and we need to stop this. And as that sign on the screen says right there, this is your last chance to upgrade gear and abilities before the end of the story. This is the end of the game. I can't believe we're finally here. It has been a long one and it has been a fun one, but we are finally at the last point. We've helped to create Dr. Octavius, and now it's time to destroy Dr. Octopus once and for all.
We did the impossible, Doc. But now I have to destroy it. With a little creation of my own.
again. We have live footage of Mayor Osborn being held captive on the roof of Oscorp Tower.
You want me to beg? Not gonna happen!
The world will know the truth before they mop you off the pavement. Tell them what you did.
I never...
Everything you have is built on lies! Lies! You stole my company, my ideas! Now, the truth.
The truth. Okay. The truth is, you were only ever worth a damn when you worked for me! The truth is, you could never accept that I'm better than you! You're a failure, Otto! And you always will be!
Give me the anti-serum! Otto, you've worked your whole life to help people. Please.
You're fighting the wrong man. But have it your way.
Oh, we need to move.
We don't have much time! Please!
I'll turn over the Antiserum when Osborn pays for his crimes!
Then unfortunately, we're gonna have to do this the hard way. Sorry, Otto, you've quite literally brought this on yourself.
Just give me the anti-serum! You've already done enough to ruin Osborn!
No! He always bounces back! He has to lose everything!
And how many other people are gonna have to lose stuff in the process? Yikes!
I see you have a new suit! It won't help!
I know your weaknesses!
I have no weaknesses!
I don't know, right now, your ego seems to be one of them.
Enough playing!
Gotta move.
Move! God, was he turned into a Mephisto now? Yikes!
People are dying! They need the anti-serum now!
I will cure the city after I bring down Osborn!
You're gonna bring down the entire city trying to take down Osborn. And a whole bunch of innocent people in the process.
Let me save the city! Then we can do whatever you want!
I already know what I want! Now get out of my way before I really hurt you!
Oh no, you don't! Have to give you a little taste of your own medicine!
Give me the anti-serum, and I promise Osborn will face charges!
Liar! Just like Osborn! Nothing but lies!
don't think there's any getting through to him at this point, but it doesn't mean I'm not gonna try. Luckily, this suit comes with a newer resupply ability.
The man who wanted to help people. The weakling, the loser, he's gone.
And it's definitely coming in handy right about now.
Enough of me!
Oh, time to move. It's getting a little bit too hot up here.
What are you...
Such a disappointment. Parker.
You knew?
I tried to warn you, Peter, but you didn't listen.
You knew?
I won't let you win. This means too much to me.
Not more than it means to me!
Can't you see all the people you're hurting?
You'll never understand! You haven't suffered like I have!
You have no idea, Doc Ock. You have no idea at all.
You should be on my side!
Probably the only one who's truly on his side. Yikes! But in this case, you truly only have yourself to blame. Whoa! It didn't have to come down to this, but if you want the side of a building brawl, then I can oblige.
Please, think of the man you were!
That man is gone. You can't save me, Peter.
Then I guess you'll have to save yourself! You were my hero! You meant so much to me!
And now I have to punch you in the face.
I hate that you're making me do this! We were going to save the world!
You look tired, Parker.
Not tired. Just hurt. Otto!
If you want to change the world, you have to be the kind of man who can make the hardest decisions.
I couldn't agree more. No! The Antiserum.
Peter.
I saw you as a son. I should have known you'd turn on me, just like all the others.
Turn. I've worshipped you. Your mind, your conscience, wanting to help others. The way you never gave up.
That's because men like us have a duty, a responsibility, to use our talents in the service of others. Even if they don't appreciate it, we have to do what's best for those beneath us, whether they understand it or not.
No, you're wrong! You are everything I wanted to be! You just threw it away!
Yes, of course. You're right, Peter. Oh, I see that now. The neural interface affected my mind. But I can fix it. We can fix it. Together. If you'll help me.
Do everything I can. I'll make sure you get the best help.
No! If they put me away, they'll take my arms. I'll be trapped in this useless body. Please, Peter. That wasn't me. You said you'd never abandon me. You promised. Remember? And of course, you'll rest easy, knowing your secret is safe with me.
You do what you think is best, Doc. It's all any of us can.
Peter?
Even when it hurts like hell.
Peter, where are you going? Peter? Peter!
It's still viable. We'll need the entire sample as a base to produce more doses.
How long will that take?
A few hours. Maybe a day.
What if we use it to cure someone right now?
Then there won't be enough to cure the others. I'll give you a few minutes.
You're gonna be okay, ma'am. I've got the cure right here.
Take off your mask. I want to see my nephew.
You knew?
I've known for a while.
I never wanted you to worry.
I did. And I am so proud of you. And Ben would be too. All the people you've saved.
I don't know what to do.
Yes, you do.
So,
Hi, Mary Jane Watson, Associate Editor.
congrats.
Thank you.
I knew you could do it.
What about you? Find a job yet?
Oh, no, but,
I'll be right with you, honey. Thank you.
I was actually considering maybe a career change.
Hmm?
Yeah, I think I might want to become a chef.
I'm sorry, no, it's... You're a scientist. A good one.
Yeah, the last project I worked on, I created a monster octopus that almost destroyed the city, so...
Yeah. I mean, you do make a hell of a chicken curry.
I do. Still working on my dumplings, though.
Going camping?
Oh, my new place isn't gonna be ready for about a week, so I'm gonna be crashing with Miles for the next few nights.
Oh. You know, you can always stay at my place. Only if you want to.
No, I mean, yes. I mean, no, I don't. I not want to. But meaning, I do want to, but only if you do.
I never stopped wanting to.
Me neither.
And that's game. And what a game it was. Truly, I've said it sporadically throughout the game as we've been playing, wanting to dive in deeper to it, but I wanted to wait until this very end moment right now to go into more detail. But what a bloody good game was that. It was just incredible. As I said at the intro to this game, it blew me out the water. I thought it was going to be just like all the other movie-based tie-in Spider-Man games that have come before it. But when I played this game, everything about it just took me by surprise and made me fall in love with this game. Every moment, every detail I'd uncover, every story, plot point, every new Spider-Man move, every new Spider-Man costume, every character I come across, and every little bit of news and tidbit of information we found along the way just made me fall in love with this game more. The level of detail and the clear love that the creators of this game have for the source material and just for this game in general, the just level of detail they've put into every single orifice of this game is outstanding. And when it all comes together, it just creates a beautiful picture that is this game. And it might sound like I'm giving it a hell of a lot of hype, but I personally feel like this game deserves it. I class myself as a very huge Spider-Man fan. I know a lot of people say that sort of thing, and then whatever new Spider-Man things come out, they go back to their daily lives. I love Spider-Man. I've read the Amazing Spider-Man comics, not necessarily all the way through, but I've read them several times, most of the way through. I've read Ultimate Spider-Man 2, 3 times. I've read Spectacular Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man. I've read every sort of tie-in event for Spider-Man into the Spider-Man comics. He is a huge fan. I was going to say he's a huge fan of me. I'm a huge fan of him to the point that I have a Spider-Man tattoo up my left arm. I love Spider-Man, everything to do with it. And this game, as a large fan, I can say, really does the source material justice. They've taken the characters and taken their own spin and made their own version of the characters, but they have just done it with such heart behind every single character. As Dr. Octavius just appeared on the screen then, I might as well jump in with him. As soon as you see him in the lab, when I first heard the call from his boss, I'm assuming it was Kurt Connors at first. And when I got there to realise his boss was Dr. Octavius, I just thought that was such a great twist. But at the same time, I thought, oh, here we go. He's eventually going to become Doc Ock. There's no surprise there. But as the game went in and they developed Peter Parker and Octavius' relationship, the little subtle things, the little ways they interact, all the audio logs, the heart and the care and the love you could see between those two characters. By the time the game got to the end, I didn't want him to become Dr. Octavius because I didn't want him to become Dr. Octopus because I'd fell in love with Dr. Octavius. And that's what not only the story, but the writing, the voice acting, and especially the animation, all of that together just made these such believable, real characters. And by the end, I was invested in their story and invested in their relationships they have. Not only that one, but the one between Peter Parker and Mary Jane, May Parker with Miles Morales, and everything else Jefferson Davis, Mayor Osborn, everything they've created. I felt that love and that connection. I'm going to stop for a moment because we have a post-credit scene coming up right now.
I'm not an expert or anything, but I think it's in the way that you ask her.
I'm getting too nervous. Hey, all right, so where do you want this?
Right over here's fine.
All right. Hey, so Pete?
Yeah.
I, kinda gotta talk to you about something I can't tell my mom about.
What's up?
Well, weird things have been going on. Like, physically.
Oh. Well, you know, you're at that age where your body starts to change. And so you may be noticing some areas,
No.
for example.
Not that. I think it's better that I just, I show you.
No.
It's pretty weird, right?
Not that weird.
And right there, are they setting up for a sequel or a trilogy or hell, a whole Spider-Man game universe? I will take anything at this point. I know they're already working on a sequel, but hell, if they want to go for a whole Spider-Man game universe based on this first game, go right ahead. I love everything they've done. And right there was a perfect case with the relationships. Now they've taken the source material and twisted it. Like, I love it. That is perfect. I think they've just done such a good job. As I was saying just before that cutscene started, the animation they've done, the small, tiny facial expressions some of the characters have. One I noticed in particular is Jefferson Davis's funeral, when Peter's saying, oh, it'll be okay to Miles Morales, and Miles starts like interrupting him and cutting him up. When he's talking, little stuff like you see him lick his lips while he's talking. Like, I'm assuming, I want to go ahead and assume they've used facial capture software and stuff like that, because if they haven't, the animator deserves a goddamn award, because the small subtle things, the way like there'll be an eye twitch or they will nervously look left or right or the cheek will slightly go up in one way, if that was not motion capture, the animator is just a goddamn legend, because he did such a good job. I kept, every now and then would watch a cutscene and I'd forget I'd playing a game. I'd sometimes, even when recording it, having played this several times, when I'm recording bits like this, a cutscene would end and I'd suddenly remember, oh crap, I'm recording right now, I need to say something, because I just got so sucked in, it didn't feel like a game, it felt like a movie. And there is so many other things, not just the animation, just the, as I said, the voice actors are outstanding in this game. At no point, sometimes you play a game and you watch a cartoon and you hear a voice actor and it sucks you out of it because you instantly go, I recognize that voice, or you think that voice doesn't suit that character. But in this, it was perfect. There was not one moment throughout this entire thing where I heard one of the voice actors and didn't think, that's Peter Parker, that's Dr. Octavius. Speaking of Peter Parker's voice actor, well done, round of applause. That was an outstanding performance. From the jokes, the quips, they weren't over the top, they weren't too cartoony, they were just right on the money. Even the sad moments, the bits where he's getting stabbed, the bits where he's worried about Aunt May, just everything was so well done. And it took me, I think, until my second playthrough of this for me to actually realise they recalled two different voiceovers for when he's Spider-Man. There's one when he's sitting still and it's a more calm one, but if you notice, when you're talking to someone, halfway through the conversation, just start web swinging, be in a seated position, and then halfway through start web swinging, and then his next line he delivers is out of breath where he's web swinging while talking. Little things like that just made the game so believable, and I think all the voice actors did a great job, but especially the voice actor for Peter Parker. He's up there with that animator. He deserves an award because that was an outstanding performance. Not only that, speaking of sound, the sound and the music in this game, outstanding, just did perfect. The Spider-Man theme for this game I absolutely love. I've actually, to do a little behind the scenes to drop the curtain for a moment, quite often when I'm getting ready to record, to hype myself up, I'll listen to the Spider-Man soundtrack from this game to get me pumped, to get me in the mood. It's just such an outstanding soundtrack, and it just perfectly, I feel, encapsulates Spider-Man. Bear in mind, when you read Spider-Man or watch the cartoon, there's never been a soundtrack for Spider-Man. And suddenly, when the movies come out, there was just this soundtrack that instantly you're just like, yeah, that's Spider-Man. And this game, exactly the same. It was perfect. There's probably so many things I'm forgetting because there's only so much I can talk about in the space of these credits. But one thing I wanted to say was that ending. The fact that they actually killed Aunt May. I personally applaud that. Not the fact, don't get me wrong, I don't want Aunt May to die. I'm not sitting there going, haha, yes, she is gone. But the fact that they had the guts to kill off Aunt May is something that Marvel should take note of. Because yes, they've killed Aunt May once or twice in the comics before, but there's always been some shenanigans that were involved that eventually meant that she was brought back to life. Apparently, I can't remember if I was reading something or listening to something, but apparently originally Marvel said no, that they couldn't kill Aunt May, and once they read the story, once they saw what they were developing, they eventually gave them the green light, and I think that was perfect. That was the perfect ending to this game. That, yeah, like, I've always felt it's weird that, and bear in mind you're reading a comic book, if I go off on a little tangent here, you're reading a comic book about a guy who can stick to walls and has a spider sense and swings through New York in a onesie. Yet for me, the most unrealistic thing about all of that is the fact that Aunt May is still alive. And it's not because she should have been killed by some supervillain by now, it's the fact that old age should have taken her by now. It is outstanding that that woman is still alive, and it's really jarring that she is still alive. Don't get me wrong, I like the character, I don't want her to be killed, but the fact that they did it in this game speaks volumes, especially since how one time they did it in the comics created one of what is within Spider-Man fans regarded as one of the worst Spider-Man stories, Brand New Day, where he makes a deal with Mephisto to save Aunt May's life after she's shot by a bullet that was meant for Peter Parker. He makes a deal with Mephisto which rewrites history so she can come back to life. It was so silly, the fans hated it. And it was for no need, because I know he loves her, but she is an old lady at this point. He could have rewritten reality, saved her life, and then she dies of a heart attack a week later. Like, it made no sense. And the fact they actually had the guts to do it in this game, and they did it in such a well written and such a emotional way, where yes, she was killed by Devil's Breath, but it wasn't Dr. Octavius stabbing her or someone thrown off a bridge. She just died in her bed with Peter Parker by her side, and that is the way you do it. If you're going to kill off an iconic character, you do it like that where it matters. I've always personally felt, if I can keep going off on this tangent for a moment, I didn't mean to do this, but I feel like I want to talk about this. I've always believed I've had a story for how Aunt May should die in the comics, and it's not with some great disaster, it's not with some big supervillain, it's Peter Parker, or Spider-Man more accurately, having a normal day. He's supposed to meet up with, say, like Mary Jane or some other character, and he's supposed to meet Aunt May at the end of the day. But normal Spider-Man shenanigans take place. He has to fight Shocker or Batroc the Leaper or the Armadillo, I don't know, some random B-list villain that he takes care of, but it's just a nuisance. It gets in his way. He's late for work. He smashes the eggs he was going to buy for the wheat cakes, or I don't know how you make wheat cakes. Either way, it's standard Spider-Man day. But in the end, he saves the day, he stops the villain, and he gets round Aunt May's for dinner, but he walks through the front door and she's not in the living room. He walks to the kitchen, she's not in the kitchen. He searches all the rooms in the house until eventually he walks upstairs into her bedroom, and there she is in her bed, asleep, or that he thinks is asleep, but she's actually died in her sleep. No supervillain, no big threat, no I should have done this, I should have done that, just old age. She just dies, sleeps, peaceful in her bed, and then the next few issues can be Peter Parker trying to deal with the loss of Aunt May, feeling like if he wasn't fighting those villains he might be able to go home and he might have been able to call an ambulance, or he might be able to done this, and it's just the fact he has to just come to terms with the fact that people die and there is nothing you can do with it, which is an overarching theme throughout Spider-Man and Peter Parker's history. I think it would just be such a good way for the character to go. It would no great threat, just old age. She survived and she lived her entire life, and then she died peaceful and sound in her bed. I think it's the best way to kill the character, and in this game I feel like it's sort of in the same vein. Yes, it was Devil's Breath that killed her, but she died in a bed with Peter Parker by her side, and it was just, I thought it was so well written and so well acted and so well animated and created and drawn. The soundtrack that goes with it, absolutely perfect, and the fact they even cut to black when she dies, I think just helped to add to the tone. It was just so well done on all parts, this entire game. But I'm getting off track. There are so many things I could talk about, so many things I want to talk about, but my memory's not that great, and I forgot a bunch of the things I want to talk about, and I'm sure once this video ends, I'm going to think of 1,000 things that I didn't mention. But I just want to say hats off, round of applause. My heart goes out to the people at Insomniac Games, the people at Marvel who were assistance and helped and permission they gave for Insomniac to create this. And it's kind of why I leave these credits always playing at the end of my walkthroughs, the end of my Let's Play. Sometimes it can be 15 minutes of just the credits, but I let them play because these people are the people that made this game. They're the people that created this, and without them, each one, no matter how large or small of an input they made, we wouldn't have this game, and I feel like they deserve the spotlight, even if I get popped for copyright for letting the music play this whole way. But yeah, so a big thank you goes out to them. As of recording this, I know they're working on a sequel. I hope it turns into a trilogy, and I pray it actually turns into almost like a Spider-Man universe to do with just games. That would be great. Don't get me wrong, if it got a bit weak and the story got a bit poor, I'd rather just cut it off for a duo or a trilogy and just have 3 awesome games than them expanding into this universe which dilutes the series. Sort of like the Arkham games. Arkham Asylum, Arkham City, yeah, Arkham Origins as well, and Arkham Knight done before they killed it, before they took it too far. But anyway, I've got to stop going off on tangents. I've got to round this up. We do have one more cutscene that's at the very end of this game, so when I'm done talking, I will actually skip the rest of these credits. Despite what I just said, I will skip it just so you can get to see that cutscene, so you don't have to keep skipping through the video to get to the end. But with that being said and done, this game was absolutely fantastic. I can't speak highly enough. It's been such a great game, and to be honest, such a great way to get back into making YouTube videos. If anything was going to bring me back from the hiatus, the end of Arkham Knight, it was coming back in with Spider-Man, and I can't wait for the games to come. And I also just want to mention, this game was originally announced, like, I think it was like 2015, 2016. 2 years went past and we heard nothing because they kept delaying it and they kept making sure the game was done right. And I will always take that. I will always take 1,001 delays. I will still get the game, but make it right. I don't care if it takes another 10 years for the next Spider-Man game to come out. As long as it's this good, I am happy to wait. I just hope the next one isn't rushed to make a deadline and it suffers because of it, because that has been happening a hell of a lot in the games industry right now, and I'm hoping that doesn't happen with this. So take your time, make this game as good as it can be, and we will see you on the other side. But right, I'm cutting myself off now. I'm going to stop rambling because I've been talking for so much longer than I planned. It's been a great game. I've absolutely loved playing it. Thank you guys so much for sticking with me and listening to this huge ramble at the end. It feels great to be back. I hope you guys are enjoying this. As of recording this right now, I still haven't even uploaded the first episode of this walkthrough, so I hope you guys have enjoyed it. I hope I haven't done anything too annoying along the way. But let's wrap this up. It's been a great game. absolutely loved it. But until next time, my name's Captain Dave, and I'll catch you guys later.
We were so close. But I'll keep trying. I will find a cure. I will. I love you, son.
If you like this video and want to see more going forwards, please consider pressing the like button. It really helps the channel to grow. If you're new here, definitely subscribe, and always push that notification bell to be notified of all future videos going forward.